Hello, this is HK Math, and at least that's what I call myself when I'm having fun with mathematics. And today I'd like to have a little fun multiplying fractions, in this case mixed numbers, using an area model. So let's take something that we all know. I'm going to take the area of a rectangle with width 2 and length 3. And we all know that 2 times 3 is 6, and so is 3 times 2. And we can just count those squares because that's what area means. It's the number of squares, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those checks look a little funny, but you know what I mean. So let me get that and at least get this off. So there's 6 checks, and the area of this rectangle is 6, and that also happens to be the product of 3 times 2 or 2 times 3. Now, let's use an area model to model 2.5 times 3.5. Now, one thing I do know, and that is that the area is going to be greater than 6. So the area is going to be greater than 6. And if we were to round this number up, it would be 3. And if we were to round this one down, it would be 3. So I will bet you that that answer for the area is approximately, and I'm going to say approximately, and I think you make a symbol like that. It's about 9. So if I was taking a test and only one answer was close to 9, I'd go for it. So in any case, let's model 2.5 times 3.5. So let me draw one side of the rectangle. And it's going to be not 2, but 2.5. So I'm trying to make that 2.5. And the length is not 3, but it's 3.5. And now we're going to take our opposite side as close as we can to the other side. And I can see that that area is going to be bigger than 6, as I guessed. So let's see what it might be. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6, here's 2 put together. It looks like these 2 could be 7, so I'm going to make a 7. Out of these 2, and I'm going to make an 8 out of these 2, and I don't know, is this, maybe this is 1/4. It seems to be half of a half, so I'm going to say this is 1/4. Now, let's do the same problem using the mathematics that we have been taught. We're going to change this mixed number into an improper fraction, and we know that our new denominator is going to be half. So down at the bottom is half, and at the top, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So it becomes 5 halves times, and here we're also going to get half. And 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So we're going to get 7. And we're going to get 35 4. And now we're going to divide 4 into 35. And it is going to go 8. 8 times 4 is 32. And it's 3 left over. So our answer is 8 and 3/4. Now I'm wondering why that answer didn't match our figure. So let's look at the figure. We moved over 2.5 units. We went down 3.5 units. We counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We put these two together, and that made 7. So look at what's making 7. And then we put these two together, and that made 8. But we got this little piece right here, right in here. And that happens to be a half. We forgot that piece, or I'll say I forgot that piece. So it's 8 1/4 plus a half. And so that you can see that this is the same as 8 3/4, let's think money. 8 1/4 of a dollar plus a half of a dollar makes 8 3/4 of a dollar. So if you use the area model and you don't make a mistake like I just did, it gives you a visual representation of what's going on when we use our mathematical procedure here. I don't know what you think, but learning this procedure without thinking about the numbers can often lead to mistakes. Remember, I knew that the answer was close to 9 before I began. I rounded 2.5 to 3. I rounded up. And I rounded 3.5 to 3 by rounding down. So the approximate area is 9. So this is a little tune that you might remember that will help you when you are doing fractions and other mathematics. And I used to remind students that you should estimate before you calculate. And I had a little tune there. Estimate before you calculate. 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 If you would use your sense making and estimate your answers, you can often find that you've made an error. Well, that's the end of our time together. I hope you were able to stay with me and forgive me for that error. You probably caught the error, but you didn't know how to scream out and let me know. In any case, this is it for multiplying with fractions using an area model. I think when I see you next time, we'll be dividing fractions. Hope to see you soon. Bye now.